Mako, the great white, and the Megalodon tooth, and how to tell the difference between the three. Okay, so we're going to start with the biggest tooth here in the center. People might think the biggest tooth, oh, that's the Megalodon, but it's not. In this case here, we actually have a great white tooth. The differences that I want to start off with the great white versus the Mako. A Mako is going to have a smooth blade. Okay, there's no serrations along the edges. It's going to be a smooth blade unless there's some sort of feeding damage or recovery damage when it was found or dug up, whatever. On the great white, it's going to have serrations. Okay, you're going to have the serrations, and that's really one of the ways to tell the difference between the two. The similarities between them is they're going to have the burlette, which the burlette is the separation between the root and the blade, is going to be relatively the same. There's a very thin line between the root and the blade that will look very similar between the Mako and the great white. Now, if you were to compare that to the Megalodon here, the Megalodon has a very serrated blade on a very good specimen, I should say. You're going to find a lot of Megalodon teeth that don't have serrations because they're worn down by whether they're a river blade or they've just been worn down over time. But the major difference that you're going to see between a Megalodon tooth and a great white or a Mako is the burlette. And the burlette is the separation between the root and the blade. You'll notice that the line here is a bit more separated than it is on a great white or that of a Mako. The line, it kind of comes to a V here towards the center. To give you a better idea of what it looks like, here's a bigger Megalodon tooth, and you see this big gap between the root and the blade, where on a great white there really is no gap between the root and blade. So that's how you tell the difference between a Megalodon, a great white, and the Mako. A lot of the Megalodon teeth, you might confuse them because they might be smaller. Here was the first Megalodon tooth that I ever found in the Peace River. It's very small, but you can still see that separation between the blade and the root. It shows that burlette, which identifies it as a Megalodon compared to a Mako or a great white.